Let me tell y'all, it has been a long, busy week, but this is the last baby of the week, so we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. I am covering the top tier with fondant, of course, getting that all nice and smooth, getting my edges as crispy as possible. I love fondant. It's versatile. You can make things out of it. You can paint it, you can brush it, airbrush it. You can do a lot of things with it. It's, the best way I can describe it is edible Play-Doh. So I've got that done, and I pop it in the freezer because I need it firm enough for me to be able to pick it up when I need to put it on top of the bottom tier here. So this one is going to look like a brick wall. However, I didn't want to use the mold that I already have because the bricks are incredibly small. I wanted something bigger. So I'm just going to hand make it this time. And I'm stabbing the heck out of this fondant with this piece of foil I got in my hand. I want to get as many indentations as possible, make it look really rustic, and just do my best here. I put down that 6-inch cake board to be a guide for me because I'm going to work from my way up, down with the bricks. I want to leave just enough room for that top tier to fit and it all come together. And then making my way down to the bottom of this tier, it'll be easier if necessary to cut off any excess from the bottom than it would obviously from the top. So if you can see, I am still leaving somewhat of a little gap between where the edge of that cake board meets and where my fondant begins because that top tier, it got body. So I need for big body to fit on top. And this actually turned out a whole lot better than I actually anticipated. I love how the bricks looked. You got the light shining on it so you can't see the detail. And I'm gonna go over that with something else that, just kind of popped in my head to make that stand out more. I didn't go over that with that foil for nothing. So I did find a little jar of charcoal colored luster dust that I had. So I did test it on a piece of fondant I had laying on my table first, just to kind of see how it would look. So I took a blush brush, and don't get it twisted, y'all. We have brushes specifically for these purposes. We're not taking our makeup brush and using it, cross-contaminate, blah, blah, whatever. Come on, use your common sense. But I am even still lightly dusting this charcoal luster dust over this cake. It did not take much at all. Now I am dowel riding the cake, of course. You gotta support. I am all about support systems. I don't have, support systems that I would like, if you know what I mean. But yeah. Look at my knickknacks. Y'all like all my knickknacks, y'all? I am in love with the bun medallions, the frame border that I put on the flyer. That's what Mom sent to me because I think she used it as the actual invitation, but don't quote me on that. But either way it go, whoever made it for her, top tier work, because sometimes people send me some things that don't look too good. And mind you, my edible printer is connected to my phone, so I can print anything straight from my phone to my printer. So after I get these medallions stuck on with some buttercream on the back, because water is not enough, they are way too heavy for that, I'm adding on my chains. Mind you, the chains need to be made soon, right before you're about to use them, because once they start hardening and stiffening, they're going to break and fall apart, and then you're just going to have to end up starting all over again anyway. It took me a minute to figure out how I wanted to position everything, and then now I'm going over those chains with some gold edible paint that is made with vodka and gold luster dust. I got this 24 karat luster dust that I get off of Amazon. It is wonderful, y'all. It looks like real gold. I definitely used it to paint the medallions. And of course, I made the chains out of white fondant because just in case there are some little spots, that I miss, it's not as noticeable because it's sitting over a white cake. So pro tip, if you're ever making chains, definitely try to use the same fondant. Sorry, y'all, that's my baby. Definitely try to use the same color fondant that's already on the cake to help it blend a little more. Hey, I am working, ma'am. Go up there with Dada. So that part is definitely tedious, trying to get in between the little grooves of the chain where they all connect and whatnot. Try not to miss too much, because then it looks like you're rushed. And we don't like rush work around here. We definitely, even if I technically may have rushed on something, you never know, because I'm not gonna let it walk out of this house looking like that. So next, I'm taking some graffiti that I printed out, but I did not put it on edible sugar sheets. I printed it on wafer paper. It's a lot more thinner, and it does not take much to literally deteriorate once you get it wet. I did go back with some black edible paint that I just made with vodka and food coloring, and I sort of did some paint spatters because I forgot to do that part. Luckily, I didn't get too far with the images. So with that wafer paper, I'm brushing the back with some water, not too much. And once I place it onto the cake, I'm using a dry brush to kind of melt it onto that fondant. I wanted it to really stick to the brick and not just lay over it like some piece of paper I just slapped on there. And my chain definitely fell, got me twisted. Get back up here and stay in place this time. We got somewhere to be. So now I'm putting on all my other little knickknacks, my monies that I rolled up. Everything on the edible sheets is backed on fondant. Of course, you need that support system. I'm always big on support systems. And then I'm putting my crown back where I initially had it, and I'm just securing that with some really thick wires that I have. I'm adding the diamonds. Everything on here is 100% edible except for those diamonds in that crown, you know. So at the end of the day, do what you love and love what you do, because that is the space that I am in right now, and y'all can't tell me nothing. And I wasn't always this good, and I still got even more greatness to get to. So I just appreciate all of y'all that have been supporting this whole 9-10 years. It has been quite a ride, and like, we still rolling.